Slickback, thank you for a $2 super chat. Why do people complain about the Goggles 2 latency? I mean, some people are more sensitive to latency than others. The latency is there. The Goggles 2 have more latency than the V2 goggles by a small amount, and both of them have more latency than analog. And they have less consistent latency. The latency jumps around, whereas with analog, it's basically the same always. And those things are noticeable to some people. They are more noticeable to some people than others. When somebody like Mr. Steele says he flies better on analog, if anybody, I think, could notice that latency and be affected by it, I think it's somebody like him. When somebody like Vanover, I have seen Alex Vanover. We did a test at Rotor Riot where he flew analog and then he flew DJI on the same race course. When he flew analog, pretty sure when he flew DJI as well, I'm not 100% sure. But I know for a fact when he flew analog, his lap times were within 1/10 of a second of each other. Astounding. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little. Maybe it was 2/10. But he was so consistent. Like when you're, and it wasn't with a lap timer. Somebody was just running a stopwatch. So there was a little bit of variable. But like his lap times would be just like, 20.10, 20.11, 20.10, 20.15. And I'm like, Jesus, this guy's a robot. So when Vanover says that he can feel a difference in latency and his lap times change, I believe it. If you're not a super, super good pilot, maybe it's a little bit more placebo effect. I don't know. But I do think that it's real, and it is a fact that the latency on the Goggles 2 is higher than the V2, is higher than analog.